Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Bengals are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Steelers, who will need to solve that secondary.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Steelers sitting at 9-2. Ben Roethlisberger leads out the offense, coming off a little bit of a shootout with an Aaron Rodgers-less Packers team, 31-28 last week. And Big Ben threw for, 4 touchdowns, 33 completions in that game.
Yeah, including 2 costly interceptions that helped keep Green Bay in the game, where Pittsburgh had to come down and win it late, got that last drive, and got just enough yardage out of the drive to allow for the field goal that beats Green Bay.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 20 carries, 95 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And tough starting field position here. Gotta be careful here, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 98 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And That's the type of play that will give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
When it comes to Le'Veon Bell, it's not about the numbers. It's about his style. And when we watch him run the football and almost stop time behind the line of scrimmage before he finds the hole he wants to run through, it's a style that's his and unique to him. I'm not sure everyone else can emulate it.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The numbers for Mixon last week: 23 carries, 114 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
For Joe Mixon, you know, Charles, he had a good game last week against the Browns. He hit the 100-yard mark for the first time in his career.
Yeah, had a late 11-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter. Only the second time this season that the Bengals were able to rush for more than 100 yards. Joe Mixon, the rookie out of Oklahoma, leading the way.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he is knocked down from the side. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And now to the air, Dalton. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
One quarter down here on a frigid December night. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Cincinnati after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now the left-footed punter in his 9th year, Kevin Huber, on to kick. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Finding room at the 30. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 62 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help it.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Now Brown. Brown with his stick skills. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had there during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. By the way, Charles, on Antonio Brown, he did it again last week. 169 yards, 2 touchdowns in the win over Green Bay.
And how about the catch? All right, I know the catch is a phrase associated with the 49ers and Dallas Cowboys. But this one in this game, Pittsburgh's going to come up with a name for it. Because what Antonio Brown did, catching the ball, dragging that 2nd foot, that was absolutely amazing. No one thought he actually caught the ball.
It was unreal. Yeah, and the week before he had the one-handed catch that he trapped on the side of his helmet in the end zone. I mean, yeah, he's unbelievable.
It's almost like he's playing week to week. Can I top myself?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it pops steps free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, he took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. First, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Bengals haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Steelers will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, it's Dalton finding his favorite receiver, A.J. Green. And this long run goes for a touchdown as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Now midway through the first, Bryant's wide open, able to make the grab. And he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 47-yard line. Now early in the second, Bell's going to break into the secondary. He'll pick up more than 60 yards on the play. Continuing on the drive, on the run, this is Le'Veon Bell. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. We're tied back up at 7. Down to late in the second. Roethlisberger's got the completion here, and he'll end up at the 20-yard line before being tackled. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. So that's it for us. We'll go back now under the lights for the second half of this Monday night matchup.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
second down. Dalton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Roethlisberger to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, it's Bell. The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. They'll run it with Bell. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll try and run it in with Bell. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Geno Atkins in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. It's good to make it 17-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He finds an opening past the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Dalton, 1st and 10. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. This is going to be caught by the rookie. It's John Ross. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I
there?
didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Offside, defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Open man is Uzama. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down near the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll go again with Bell. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Steelers, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.